And you still don't know what the fight was about.
It was a long-standing film for somebody
Yeah.
who stabbed somebody go Park Station.
Yeah. And again,
You are now somewhere between the two.
so we are still mad.
Yeah, we are angry.
And these two fall in love.
And these two, like Capulets and Montague.
And Montague.
It's like a contract renewals, negotiations. You get there, you are told.
This is the amount.
Yeah, then why are you calling it a negotiation?
They always talk about
when
2%
it's not?
when they talk about your
It was.
Is that 2% story true?
Legit was a 2% increase. Legit.
For how long?
People don't know where I lived, didn't they?
No.
Guys, I've put in the work.
Mm.
I've put in the work. I have. I don't think, I'm not saying that the industry owes me. I'm not saying that when I walk in a room, there should be like, I need drum majorettes to lead me.
Jeez, when last did I hear that word? Drum majorettes.
Yes. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It's a song that I wrote.
Yeah. This is
I was 14.
It's an original.
It's an original.
Okay.
I was 14 and I still remember the lyrics.
Mm.
I'm not going to try and sing it. I'm going to try and say it.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's a man walking down the street. I can see him. Ooh, yeah. His name is Machapula, but they call him Sugar Daddy because uyadlisa.
Whoa. You realize that?
King David Studio podcast.
You asked, Guti, what are the institutions doing? And I'm getting no joy. I don't want to lie. I have submitted something with SABC.
Yeah.
SABC last year, and I heard nothing. And then they opened again on the 19th of recently of
August.
Of August.
Yeah.
They opened up for
unsolicited
script, and I resubmitted the same project I submitted last year.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what happens this time around. You never know.
Yeah. I didn't realize how bad it was for even Sonia.
I had to resubmit a project I submitted last year purely because also I don't give up. And I also want to see how far this goes. Like, yes. I'm like interested. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. It leaves me baffled that maybe that's why the industry doesn't really grow.
No, it won't either.
But has it grown if you look at some productions that are Netflix and stuff like that? Is that a growth?
It is. It's an avenue. It's a platform.
Yeah.
One we never had.
Showmax and all of those guys.
Major. Yeah. But the same people that are at your Netflixes and your Showmaxes are the people that were in previous projects or entities or broadcasters. So you're still dealing with the same people that mize you and don't answer your phone.
Boy.
So.
Do you know why they don't answer? Maybe not in particular, but generally.
You know, I've asked myself, David, I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
And as soon as I have an answer, I'll come back and I'll probably come and share. But for now, it really baffles me because these are the people that even when you deal with them or when you are inside now, let's say you knock on the door gets opened and then you step into the room and then you're here now. You are working now. You are looking at David face to face. These are the people that hug you and like, my sister, give me a call. Wow. Don't hesitate. Do you know what I mean? I'm here for you. You know, let's do this. And then you're like, okay. And then you make that phone call. Remember that conversation? And then all you get is,
oh boy. But do we sometimes blame the institutions or the people?
It's definitely the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a SABC problem.
No. I doubt it. I because SABC is a structure. I mean.
Yes. That's that one's content. So they can broadcast it every day?
Unless SABC is a transformer.
No, of course not.
They can go through their emails and shred what they don't want, what they want to get rid of. And it's definitely the people.
Is it a black thing?
You are taking me deeper.
Well,
David.
I don't know what you see. Is it a color thing? And I ask this very simply. Do we have a problem?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But however, what I will say is that I did work with an institution and something went wrong. Nothing to do with me. And when that thing went wrong, I had to go back, regroup, and say to the people, okay, I realize I will take responsibility for my part.
Okay.
And I realized that things went wrong. and can we do this again? And they were like, okay, cool, let's do it again. And I had a conversation with one of the people inside, and they were like, Sonia, it's so sad that the white companies, they get the budget that they want and they deliver. And then I was hurt, number one, because I think I do put in the work, right? And if something goes wrong that's beyond my control, then what do I do?
True.
But then I still have the tenacity and the energy and the chutzpah to say, okay, let me go back and fix. But now that I'm trying to fix and and now I can't get that budget because now there's no trust.
True.
You know,
Uzoyenza kahle. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
And I don't want to step on people's toes because I'm also known. Apparently, I'm trouble.
How did you get that reputation, do you think?
I'm rogue.
Are you rogue?
No, I don't like bullshit.
Oh.
I mean, it stinks, and I can smell it. I'm not going to pretend that it's ice cream when it's not.
Do you take long to raise your hand about it? Do you absorb it first? Or you're the first to say, hey, what do you do?
I think I'm the first person to say, I am a bit of a rebel.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I think I'm a rebel. It's because, guys, I've put in the work. I've put in the work. I have. I don't think, I'm not saying that the industry owes me. I'm not saying that when I walk in a room, there should be like, I need drum majorettes to lead me.
When last did I hear that word? Drum majorettes.
Yes. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I've put in the work. And I again, like I said, wake up in the morning, first person to arrive, leave, talk to I will, from makeup department to art department, like I make people's lives easy on set.
Yeah.
Easy. I'm never a diva. Ever.
Yes.
And I can.
If you want it.
I'm capable.
We're glad you
act,
know it.
so I can act like I can do anything, right? So I can act like a diva if I wanted to, but there's no need.
Yeah.
These people are here to work. You know what I mean?
Let's work.
Cut them some slack and they are working. Let's do what needs to be done the end of the day. And also what I realize is that if you're miserable on set, they're going to sabotage you.
Of course.
Do you understand?
It's like if you're a bad customer at a restaurant.
It's possible.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
They say don't mess around with people who handle stuff that goes into your mouth.
Into your mouth.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I try not to. Also because those people are here to work. They've got families.
That's it.
And I respect that.
Yeah. It's the environment that really shapes us.
It really does.
There's a lot of those.
Really,
of things around you, then they make you want to be a part of that life.
Yeah, for me, I think the church girl thing for me was major. Because even when I was at that school, at institute, I was always the one that is studying. To a point where it would be a break and then I'm still taking my books and I'm putting them in their suitcase so that I leave it zipped and everyone they've left their books on the counter, on the desks, they're gone. And then by the time I walk up, my friends, I'd be like, hey, wait for me. They're like, no, you'll find us outside. And by the time I go outside, they're gone.
Yeah.
And then I would spend the entire break looking for them. And then one day, this one person was like, Sonia, about Doja. About Doja, they are running away from you. Because like you said, they tend to hate you, right? So they were friends, but
they were not. They didn't really like
They
you.
didn't fuck with me.
And it was the academia. There was a schooling the fact that crack.
You know what I mean? And for me, it wasn't my fault.
For the record, crack means you're the smartest kid in class.
A bit of a genius.
Well, yeah. Crack, I don't know where they got that.
Yeah.
Was there a naughty side to Sonia in your youth? The one that, and I say this because there's a rebellious streak inside your genes. The one that wanted to do things that she was not allowed to do.
You know, funny enough, I think I've always been a good girl. I remember same school, you go to the toilet, they've written about someone, carved their name, some Joyce. Under the tree.
That's at this new school.
This new school.
Yeah.
And we're to a point where sometimes they've carved everything upside down. You must do that to read what are they saying. And I just remember sitting.
I saw myself doing it.
Yeah, no, I saw you too.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there and thinking, I will never be this girl that gets written about behind toilet doors.
Yeah.
Like, I will never. And so I think I've tried to, even in my dating life, there was an article asking people to pray for me to find me a man. I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Grand,
You're
yeah.
sharp. So even my dating life till today, you'll never get somebody saying they were with Sonia because it's not a thing,
Maybe it is in some circles.
No. It was never a thing. So to a point, if somebody claims me, I'll confront them because it's like, no, dude, like when, what time? Let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't know your numbers.
No.
Wow. So there was none of that.
No, it's weird. I met this guy in 2019. So okay, I met my first ex-husband at 17, 26 when I broke up with him. 28, I met my ex-husband, Leslie. And then we divorced in 2014. So chunk of my life, I was committed.
Pretty much. There was none of these.
No. But I met this guy, long distance relationship, and I remember I was telling him the story about my dating life, and like until the day we broke up, he was like, "Sorry, there's no ways. Come on, you women, we men exaggerate the numbers. You women
hide the numbers,
minus the numbers." I was like,
I didn't know that.
I was like, listen. It's true. And the fact that he was not South African, he found it extremely hard to believe. He was like, yeah, I see you're a good girl, but I don't know, hey. Yeah.
What happens to this high school, Wapasa? Is there any other interests?
So because
now there was a singer in Pretoria that now is no longer in the choir.
Yes. But during that time, for some reason, you're encouraged to write essays, right? You're encouraged to write poems. Then I'm starting to realize that I'm actually kind of not bad, even in the storytelling and in poems. And I remember starting to write musical lyrics. There's a song that I wrote.
Yeah. This is
I was 14.
It's an original.
It's an original.
Okay.
I was 14 and I still remember the lyrics. I'm not going to try and sing it. I'm going to try and say it.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's a man walking down the street. I can see him. Ooh, yeah. His name is Machapula, but they call him Sugar Daddy because uyadlisa.
Whoa. You realize that? You realize that is a quite to hit slash bubble gum.
Bubble gum.
There was
because the hook was like, they call him Sugar, 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 Sugar Daddy. They call him Sugar. So I see Bessie Pakela there.
I can hear
Ellie Rebecca Malope.
Actually, even Ellie Brenda Fassie.
Even Ellie Brenda Fassie. So yeah, man, it has always been there. I've never sang the song to anybody before, by the way. Thank you, David. You're welcome.
Amitsari Tapula. It would have been a hit. You would have been
a hit. I think so. I think I slept on the job.
Actually, what does it say about missed opportunities? Surely it says something about
I know, right? I feel like I should have, but there's certain things that I concede to. Like, I'm not a TV presenter. I'm not good at it.
Have you ever had
I tried. I've actually auditioned for Top Billing.
What?
I know.
You did that whole...
I know that. Hi, good evening, South Africa. My name is Sonia Mbele, and welcome to Top Billing. I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
What was it about it that just wasn't?
I don't know. It was just like I felt I wasn't myself.
What did they say? What reaction did you get? Because I know they can be quite harsh.
And I think for me, because it wasn't the only presenting gig that I busted, that I couldn't book, I decided, okay. That's fine. And then I started getting insecurities. Then I was like, okay.
I'm not going to these things.
I'm going to stick to acting. So yeah, but singing was never a thing for me that I know that I was a fan of. There was a time when it was either Brenda Fassie or Yvonne Chaka Chaka. Like you couldn't be in the middle.
Which one did you choose?
Brenda.
You and many people.
Any day. But however, today I admire Yvonne. Like just staying power, just all of that. I think we were excited by the hype, but now I respect the woman. I don't know if now that I'm a woman myself.
Yes. You get it.
Now I get it. Now I'm like, okay, Sis Yvonne, sorry. I see what you were trying to do there.
It's incredible. I want to go back to the beginning. We are profiling.
Please.
We are
So I was born in Natalspruit Hospital.
Okay.
Ekurhuleni, and only child to my mom and to my dad. But I do have a brother, or I had a brother from my dad with, you know how Africans do.
Hey. Can't help it.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
So as long as you declare.
Yeah.
Me, I don't see.
People generally.
No, people must just declare. So that then.
Declare to who? To God, to the ancestors, to the wife?
To the wife, to everybody concerned, all of the above.
And the other side.
And the other side.
Do you know what
I mean? And for me, that's what now muddles the waters, if you know what I mean. Because when I met my brother eventually, I fell in love with him.
How old were you then?
I was, think about 15.
Gee, so it was a while. How old? What is it?
I think he was there. He was about, if I was 50, he was 20.
Jeez, he was much older.
He was much older.
Huh.
But yeah, look, man, I met him and I was like, oh, missing link, you know, and then he died soon after we met.
Oh, no.
So, and then I had the regret of not having known him longer and things like that. So yes, if he was declared.
So he wasn't declared?
No.
How did it get to a point of the declaration or the introduction? What led to that?
Because I would hear about him and I'd be like, who's this Humphrey? You know, they're talking. Can I meet him? And when I met him, really, really, it made sense. Like that, he was, I was like, wow.
Looks like your dad.
Looks like my dad. Mannerisms, the way he spoke.
Wow.
And also he was just, because my dad is love. My dad was full of love.
Yeah.
You know, African dads are scary. Not my dad.
It was easy.
He was the opposite. He was easy. He was chilled. He was loving. He was caring. Even though it didn't manifest itself in a hugs every day, kisses every day, but he had time for me. And I realize now that actually, he probably was suffering from depression. I think so.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, because he was always in his room, curtains drawn, smoking. But every time I walked into that room, he found peace. And we would literally lie there for 4 hours without saying a word, but just like enjoying each other's spaces. Yeah. So yeah.
And what drove you to going to the room to sit with?
Because he wouldn't come out.
Jeez, that's dramatic.
Yeah, he wouldn't come out.
And as a child, you can't interpret that.
I couldn't interpret it. Yeah. But now that I'm older and then I got to understand a few things about the family dynamic, I was like, it made sense.
Yeah.
But one thing about him though, he visits me in my dreams till today.
Whoa.
And I look forward to it. I'm always just like, come on now. Jerry, I'm ready. Come on.
Wow. But what was the family structure when you were born?
So I was born, like I said, in Natalspruit Hospital. My mom's dad and my family's dad had like a long-standing family feud.
Okay.
So obviously when my mom married my dad, the families were like,
yeah. Distanced themselves.
Hey, not that family. You know?
Which side exactly did
I couldn't tell because I was young, but I know that it was there purely because even when my mom married my dad, and then obviously she moved into my dad's family home. And then when there were issues, she couldn't go back to her.
Wow. To her family.
To her family. We had to move to Pretoria.
Oh, no.
To keep that distance. So I'm not sure exactly, but I know that it probably was both sides.
And you still don't know what the fight was about?
It was a long-standing family for somebody who stabbed somebody at Park Station.
Yeah. And again, you
wanna somewhere between the two.
So we are still mad.
Yeah, we are angry.
And these two fall in love.
And these two fall like Capulet and Montague.
And Montague, it's a Romeo and Juliet story. I saw someone tweeted that Romeo and Juliet, they were not in love, they were on drugs.
No, come on, man. You can't say that.
On drugs.
I refuse to believe. I'm still such a romantic. Like, mention Mama Zandi's name in Foslorers. Everybody knows who she is.
And they don't know because Umamaga.
No.
She's got her own.
She's got her own,
Yeah.
a sense of fame.
Yes.
And yeah, so I think that's that. So I get it from the females. I mean, my grandmother was the breadwinner. She had to leave my mom to go work for the family,
And the whole
family, not just
her kids.
Exactly. So yeah.
Did you draw
I
anything
come
from daddy?
a lineage of my dad was sweet, so I have a very sweet streak.
Yeah.
I have a very sweet side. I'm kind, I'm compassionate. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm fun, man, and my dad was that.
I hear you're fun with the kids as well.
I am.
You're like,
my kids are.
There's somewhere where
We don't TikTok. Because that's where I throw the line. I throw the line at TikTok.
Why do you?
I don't know. I just think I'm too much of a serious actress. Now I'm TikToking. All right, guys. Hollywood is not gonna call me.
They'll say we thought you were great until we saw your TikToks and we changed our mind. Eh? Have you enjoyed? Because motherhood can be quite a tricky space. You walk into it with no knowledge, only references from how you were raised.
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow into it? Do you enjoy it? What is your experience of motherhood?
I love being a mom, and I've got 3 children of my own, and then I've got my nephew Sabonga. But they're all my children.
Mm-hmm.
He's
your
my
kid, yeah,
kid. And he's my children's sibling.
Uh.
And because I'm a single mom, and because I've been doing it for so long, that's the only thing that keeps me focused and sane.
Wow.
And the reason to knock on doors and not kick doors, break windows, try chimneys.
So it gives you purpose.
It does. Because then bazodlana abantwana bam, guys.
That's it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe that's why I'm lost. Hey. I need to have a child so I can fix this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
No,
but
please,
you get what I mean.
fix it quickly. Also, I encourage it.
Yes.
But yes, because then you can't let them down.
No, you can't.
You can't, and you need to live by example. You have to be their hero. You have to be the one person they look into and look at and are inspired.
True. Did you see yourself change into this role? And not that there was anything wrong before, but where you like, now I'm taking this coat, I'm putting it on, and it's called Ngumama.
Yeah, I think it was that. I think it was. I've always been responsible from an early age. But yes, that was for me was okay, we are doing this for this now. You know what I mean? We need that acting gig because we need to feed these children.
Whoa.
We need to get that producing gig because they're now,
Imagine
you know what
that.
I mean? I can't empower 70, 80, 90 people that work for me and not empower my children. So guys, what are you doing? Let's go. Let's go work, So yeah, man, it literally, it does give me the sense of wake up, don't sleep.
And
collect your money.
Yes, you're raising teens. Is that a tricky experience?
My oldest is 21. So
you've had that.
Like an adult.
Yes.
This is a full-on grown-up adult.
Sounds like the 21 became a can't believe we're here.
Yeah. But my son, my 14-year-old Siyabonga was amazing. And my 14-year-old is amazing. My daughter is just... But what I did say to them, we made a life promise, pinky promise. Like, you can't change, guys. Like, I can't wake up tomorrow and start thinking, who are these monsters?
Yeah.
You know,
you did that early on.
Yeah, I did that early on where I'm like, guys, please don't change on me. Don't switch on me. Don't. So, and it's something that we always joke about and laugh about. I'm like, not changing, right?
What made that a conversation point?
Because with my eldest, I went through the most. I went through the most. I went through, we are cool now, one moment, then the next moment we're screaming at each other. He went through it all, just in terms of the hormones and the testosterone kicked on a very high level. Very high level. Hence, I had to send him to boarding school. So it took a lot for us to kind of find our feet, but now we are, thank God, God is good.
You're good now.
We are on the other side now. But like, I know, ungfrail.
Did it ever look like it'll never end? The way you say it's like...
Yeah, no, ungfrail. Yeah, I didn't know. I would wake up and be like, what kind of day is it today? You know?
Oh no.
Yeah. But look, he's a very sweet kid, responsible. But I just think I also think, and I don't want to blame his dad, but his father was never around.
Yeah. That, whether we agree or not, that plays a role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a father figure. And I know that it played a huge role in, because he didn't know.
Did you ever feel you needed to play both roles in some form?
No, I had to.
Yeah.
But it will never be enough.
No.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
No.
Yeah,
It will never be enough.
But see, Mother's Day, I'm thinking Father's Day, I'm thinking my mother. There's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that.
You still need a guy.
Yeah, no. And the father wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember bumping into him at because SABC was closer to Melville, and there was a supermarket at Melville, and then I was there to buy groceries. But now you can see in the basket, it's Nan, it's Nestam, it's Purity, it's Nappies.
Are you talking about his basket?
Mine.
Oh, your basket, yes, of course.
So my son was 9 months old.
Whoa.
And I'm there, ngateng, but peri nappies, teri nappy. You know what I mean? Like, it's everything baby in the basket. And hey, Sonia. I turn around. She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, it's a supermarket, isn't it? And this is a man I was with for 9 years, by the way. And he looks into my basket, into my trolley. Instead of saying to the lady behind the till, no, it's okay, I got it. I'll pay for it. He's like, he looks and then he realizes it's a lot. Then I'm going to waste his time because I've got stuff in my trolley. He goes to the cigarette counter to go pay because and then he comes with a brown paper bag with biltong. Sorry, guys. I had to choke.
Biltong.
Brown paper bag. I was like, fun. I was like, I'm gonna mazinho yet. So it's fine. You can keep it. It's okay.
He gave you biltong.
Yes. My son was 9 months old. He didn't have teeth at the time.
Wow, man.
Black man!
Wow, so niggas
fun.
Did you ever see the need to have a chat and say not?
After the biltong saga, I was like,
really? But wait a minute.
No, there's nothing. There's no recovering after that. You didn't even offer to pay for the stuff. You went, when our humble cigarette count.
But it is funny though.
Fundamentally, there's so many wrong things there.
Can we, for a second? Can our yes. Even though you're telling me.
That's what he did.
Wow.
That's what he did.
Is it someone we know? Because I don't know.
No, shame. No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
I told you I don't play in the
celebrity
pool.
No. You did say. Has he come around?
No.
For 21 years?
No.
What? Ufana naye nobabak mntwana. Because generally that's what happens.
No,
yes.
when it comes to looks, yes. But it's a combination of me and the father. But no, definitely. Thank God he's not.
Yes.
Thank God he's not.
Because you would see.
Thank God he's not. Because I've put in so much without complaining, I just feel it's and I'll tell you why I'm saying this. When I was at the other not telenovela, the Soapie.
The big one.
The big one.
Okay.
I left a year earlier before the Exodus, right? But I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen.
Wait, you knew because they were talking, or
it was my frustration?
Oh,
it was everyone's frustration. It was a thing.
Yeah,
it was a thing.
And the thing
You'd be told, Guti, we are negotiating. It's like a contract renewals negotiations. You get there, you are told.
This is the amount.
Yeah, then why are you calling it a negotiation?
They always talk about 2% when they talk about your story. Is that 2% story true?
Legit was a 2% increase. Legit.
For how long?
People don't know where I lived, do they?
No. For how long? How long was it, that 2%?
I was there for 9 years.
Ooh, that's crazy.
So I knew it was coming.
Others would say you can't blame the people who give you the contract. You blame the person who signed it.
True.
They give you
No.
And you say
100%.
Yeah.
No. Ulela nnete.
Mm.
But now, hence, I was like, okay, this does not suit me anymore.
It was time.
I'm not going to sign the 10th contract
No.
because I'm out. And then when it happened, I was like,
You saw it.
"Magaga."
You saw it, hey?
I saw it.
Was that a moment in the history of South African TV, in your opinion? And what did that moment mean?
It was necessary because that was the one place where it was paradise.
Yeah.
And I think people needed to know and learn that it is a facade. Looks like paradise.
That it's not
But
really.
It's not really. So, and also for me, the thing was, then you couldn't do any other things because then there's exclusivity.
Oh, and the contract.
Yeah. So,
Jeez, they give you 2% and they still lock you in.
this is the one time I'm going to say no comment.
I said it. You didn't.
After I threw you in that hole. Yeah. So,
It's a rather interesting story because some people would even say that platform makes stars. It used to. I don't know what it does now. Surely it must still, but
Sure.
it's the type of platform that you walk in as a zero, you walk out as a billion.
Hero.
Yes.
Superhero. Even.
Superhero.
Yeah.
And there are those who will argue that, geez, man, you're getting the fame. So this is good.
Yeah, and I think for us, the one thing that didn't make sense, it's now when it is schizo.
Yeah.
When it's not balancing, when you are that superstar, but you are arriving in a Taz at an event, then it's like, thank God for Uber now because we can Uber Black.
Yeah, and it doesn't really show.
It doesn't really
It's not
show.
my car.
Yeah, but so that was a struggle. I think people were still renting. We couldn't, own homes.
Of course, because banks don't
give
smile
if
of
you're a
course.
beggar,
And then they say, we don't know if you'll have a gig next year.
Please.
And that was a Saudi moment that kind of tried to change things a little bit.
Yeah, look, because I've met him and I know him personally, I kind of get the madness behind the man. And I've had conversations with him about. I really thought he was the Messiah.
Yeah.
Personally.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I really thought he was the Messiah, and I don't know what went wrong there. I don't know if it was too soon, too quick, too much too quick, or there was no, I don't know, maybe a formidable team support
to move this
forward.
Yeah,
but
that's
there definitely was hope there. I remember just like going to bed, going, oh, Lord, please bless Saudi.
Imagine that. And he had so many enemies, and there were people who were saying, help this man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
King David Studio Podcast.